Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 10 of learning Chinese from absolute zero. My name is Imad, I'm a polyglot, I speak around 10 languages and it was always my passion to release a course about learning Chinese because I really enjoyed the language and it made a really big difference in my life and I want you to feel the same. What I've prepared for you in this course, in my opinion, is the very best method in the world to learn Chinese, to get the best out of the Chinese language. Very well, let's take a look at the first character of today's lesson. It's very easy, so we're just going to write it here. 1, 2. That's it. This one is la. La. Doesn't have a tone, it's neutral. La. Although this is a very easy character, but it's extremely important. Chinese language probably has the easiest past tense in the world among other languages. There might be simpler languages, but I'm not aware of them. Just by learning this character, you are now able to make the past tense in Chinese language. This character can be used to show something that has been finished. For example, something that has been completed. So in other words, it can show the past tense. Also, it can show the meaning of a change. Something that has changed. Let's write it a few times and then we'll talk about some examples. 1, 2, okay? 1, 2. "我吃," means I eat, okay? Or I'm eating. 我吃. But when we add this le, 我吃了, 我吃了, it shows the thing has been already completed. 我吃了, I already ate. I already finished eating, okay? 我吃了. Just by adding this le, it can show that the action has been completed. Another example, 我看了. 我看了, I watched. 我去了. 我去 means I go. 我去了, I already went there, okay? The action is completed. 我去了. "我回家,我回家 means I go back home, okay? I'm going back home. 我回家了. I'm already back at home, okay? The action is completed. It's already in the past. 我回家了. I'm back home. 我回家. I'm going back home. 我回家了. I'm already back home. I returned home. So just by adding this le, we show the past tense or an action that has been completed. It can also be used to show a change. For example, 我不要. 我不要 means I don't want it, okay? I don't want it now. 我不要. But 我不要了. 我不要了 means I don't want it anymore. I want it until a bit earlier, but 我不要了. 我不要了 means I do not want it anymore. So it can also be used to show a change in the mood or in a tense or a situation. 我不要了. Or 没了. 没了. You go to a store, you ask for something, the owner says 没了. It means it's no longer there. 没了. We had it until recently, but 没了 means we no longer have it. 没了. It's an essential character and we'll be using it again and again in the future sentences. So for now, just remember that le could be used as a past tense and to show that something has changed. Alright, let's take a look at the next character. Very well, we saw the square again. One big square, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then close it. Okay. This character is 国. 国. 国 means country or nation. Okay. 国. The traditional one is a bit different. Let's write the traditional one as well. This is a simplified. The box is the same, but 1, 2. As always, the traditional one has more strokes. The simplified one as the name suggests, is easier. So if you're learning traditional one, this one is for you. Simplified, this one. And from now on, we will be using the simplified version. Let's write it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1. Guo. Now we can say 中国. 中国, it means the country China. Now we can also say 回国. 回国 means to go back to your country. Okay? 我要回国 means I want to go back to my country. 回 means return. 国 means nation or country. 回国 as a word means going back to my country. 你要回国吗? 你要回国吗? You want to go back to your country? Although the character 国 means country or nation, but as a word, it is 国家. 国家. When we want to say a country, like as a separate word, we say 国家,国家,我的国家,我的国家, my country. 你的国家, your country. 你的国家在哪里? 你的国家在哪里? Where is your country? Okay? 你的国家在哪里? Or you can say 我的国家很大. 我的国家很大. My country is very big. Or 我的国家很小. My country is very small. You will also be hearing a lot of people asking you, where are you from? 你是哪里人? Okay? 你是哪里人? Or 你是哪一国人? 你是哪一国人? Which means from what country are you from? 你是哪一国人? This was actually my least favorite question in Taiwan. A lot of people used to ask me, 你是哪一国人? 你是哪一国人? Where are you from? And to be honest, I really didn't like this question because I didn't want to scare the people when I said I'm from Iraq or I'm an Iraqi. So I always try to avoid this question in the beginning, but later when I learned the language and I met a lot more people, I gained a bit more confidence and I didn't mind being asked where I was from. Alright, we move on. Let's take a look at the next character. Very well, let's write it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the la that we just learned and one line. This one is 学,学. Say it out loud. 学. 学 means study, okay? 学,我学中文. I study Chinese. 我学日文. I study Japanese. 你学中文吗? 你学中文吗? Are you learning or are you studying Chinese language? 学,学. Let's write it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a very beautiful character. Now the traditional one is also different. It's a bit more complicated, to be honest. Not all of it, only the upper part. Let's write it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So instead of these 3 dots or 3 short strokes, we have to make this thing for the traditional one, and then the rest of it is the same. Okay? So they still kind of resemble each other, but the traditional one has all these extra strokes here. 学, 学. So if you're learning the traditional one, this one is for you. Simplified, this one. But it's really good to know both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this one is a lot prettier, but this one is a lot easier to write. Now we can also make a very useful word, 学生. 学生. 学生 means student. 我是学生 means I am a student. 你是学生吗? Are you a student? 学生 or 我的学生 my student. 你的学生 your student. 你的学生在哪里？你的学生在哪里？ Where is your student? Okay? Say it out loud. 学生, 学生, and write it a few times because it's also a review for the sheng character. 学生. Alright, we learned the word student. I think it's time to learn the word teacher as well. The word teacher also consists of two characters. Let's take a look at the first character. Very well, let's write it here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. Then 5, 6. Alright, this one is 老 lao. Say it out loud. Let your tongue get used to the sound. Lao, lao. Now in order to say teacher, we need another character. Let's take a look at the next character. Okay, let's write here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 师 So together, 老师 means teacher. Okay. 师 is the same word as 师傅. We haven't studied the character fu, but just to know that 师傅, master, is the first character is this one. This character, lao, means old or someone with experience, and shi means knowledge. So the word lao shi actually consists of experience and knowledge. Someone that has a lot of experience, someone that has accumulated a lot of knowledge and experience. Lao shi. This character, this one is actually the same in both traditional and simplified, but this one is slightly different. 1, 2. This part is this, and the rest is the same. So if we're learning traditional one, this character looks like this, and the simplified one like this. 老师. So let's write 老师 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And okay. 老师 Now you can say 我的老师 my teacher, or 我是老师 I am a teacher, or even longer 我是中文老师 Say it out loud. 我是中文老师 I am a Chinese language teacher. Okay, I'm a Chinese language teacher. 我是中文老师. If they ask you, are you a teacher? They would say, 你是老师吗? 你是老师吗? Okay? How to say my teacher is very good? My teacher is very good. Try to say it yourself. 我的老师很好. Okay? 我的老师很好 means my teacher is very good. So, 老师 means teacher, 学生 means student. Say each word 10 times, 20 times because they are very essential. 老师 学生 Alright, let's take a look at the next character. Let's write it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 lines. Then like this. This one is shéi. Okay, shéi means who. For example, 你是谁 Who are you? 你是谁 Or 我是谁 Who am I? 我是谁 Or you can ask 你的老师是谁 Who's your teacher? 你的老师是谁 Another example, 谁要去 Who wants to go? Or 谁要回家 Who wants to go back home? Another very commonly used sentence, 谁要吃 Who wants to eat? This character is also different in the traditional one. This is a very common pattern. A lot of the times, this in traditional becomes this. So the rest of it is the same. But whenever you see this one, there's a good chance that it came from this shape, okay? This shape becomes this in the simplified one. Shēi means who, is very easy to use. 谁要回家, who wants to go back home. 谁要去, who wants to go. Alright, let's learn another very useful word, the word friend, 朋友. It is also made of two characters. These two characters are very easy. Let's take a look at them. Very well, let's write it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just make another one identical. This one is 朋, okay, 朋, and then let's learn the second character as well. One, 2, 3, 4. 有, so together they become 朋友. 朋友, it means friend. 我的朋友, my friend. 你的朋友, your friend. 你的朋友在哪里? 你的朋友在哪里? Where is your friend? 朋友. Let's write it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 朋友. I know learning how to write the Chinese character takes a lot of time. It's perfectly okay if you don't want to learn the writing. But do me a favor and write each character only 10 times. Only write it 10 times and never write it again. Just by writing it 10 times, you go through each stroke. It feels like you actually touch that character and then it visualizes in your brain a lot better. So even if you're not planning to write Chinese characters, even if you don't want to learn the Chinese writing, it's okay. Focus on the sounds and focus on recognizing them. But at least write each character only 10 times. It really takes a few minutes. Write it 10 times and never write it again, but you will still remember them a lot better. You'll realize just by writing them 10 times, the characters will stick a lot longer and you will remember them a lot better in the future, okay? 朋友. And also, even if you write them only once, not 10 times, not 5 times, only once, then you kind of break that wall. You kind of break that barrier that separates you from writing and not writing. You say to yourself, it's not that hard because I already wrote it once. How hard could it be? If I could write it once, I can write it again. You're always open to writing it in the future. Although you choose not to write it, it's perfectly okay, but you have the ability to actually write the Chinese characters. Alright, so how to say student? Try to say it yourself. 学生. How to say teacher? 老师. How to say friend? 朋友. Okay? We can also attach 好 to the 朋友 to become good friend. For example, 朋友 means friend, 好朋友 means good friend. 你是我的好朋友. 你是我的好朋友 means you are my good friend, you are my close friend. 你的好朋友是谁? 你的好朋友是谁? Who's your good friend? Who's your close friend? Okay, very, very useful. You'll hear it a lot. Alright, let's take a look at the next character. Very well, let's write it here. 1, 2. So Chinese stroke order is very efficient. After you come here, you draw this and then you go back. Then we're gonna write it a few more times. This one is ba, ba. When you say baba, baba, it means father in Chinese, okay? Baba. The first one is the fourth tone, the second one is neutral. We're gonna write it, but we're just gonna write this character twice. Baba, baba. 1, 2, okay, since we're here, we do that cross. Baba, okay, baba, baba. This one means father, baba. It's the same in both traditional and simplified. 我的爸爸，我的爸爸, my dad. 你的爸爸, your dad. How to say who's your father? Who's your father? 你的爸爸，你的爸爸是谁？你的爸爸是谁 means who is your father. Alright, we learned the word father. I think we should also learn the word mother. The word mother consists of two radicals or shapes. We've learned both of them, but not together. Let's write it. This one was the 女, the female. And then this one was the horse, or with a square, it will become the question, ma. Now the character mother is ma, ma, okay? Now to say mother, we write this twice, mama, mama, but the second one becomes neutral, mama. Mama means mother. If you remember, we talked about it and we said that a lot of Chinese characters are made of two parts. One part is used for the sound and one part, most of the time, the left part for the meaning. So here, ma, it was used for the sound, ma. Although ma alone is a third tone, meaning horse, but the sound is still kind of similar. Ma, ma. The tone is different, but the sound is generally very similar. And the left part is for the meaning. So when we look at the character like this, we look at the right side to get a hint of the sound and the left part to get a hint of the meaning. Mama, mama. Let's write again. 1. Ma. So it's ma, ma. Just like baba, the second one becomes a neutral tone. Mama, mama. And if you remember, this horse is different in traditional one. It's like this. So if you want to write ma in the traditional one, the new is the same. 我的妈妈, 我的妈妈 means my mother. 你的妈妈, your mother. 我的妈妈在哪里? Where's my mother? 我的妈妈回家了. 我的妈妈回家了. My mother went back home, or my mother returned home. Did you see the la? To show that the action has been completed. 我的妈妈回家了. Or you can say 我的妈妈是老师. 我的妈妈是老师. My mother is a teacher. 我的妈妈是老师. How to say my mother is my good friend? My mother is my good friend. 我的妈妈是我的好朋友. 我的妈妈是我的好朋友. Meaning, my mother is my good friend or my close friend. Alright, we learned another group of essential characters and words in Chinese language. Try to repeat them as many times as you need. Try to write them, look at them, and come back to them multiple times in different days. This is the end of lesson 10, and I will see you in lesson 11.